Hello everyone, welcome back to this series where I rank every level based on its difficulty. And this is episode 7 and part 3 of the 5 stars. Thank God we could get through this. Am I right? Still kind of annoyed about having to refilm this, but whatever. This will just basically, this will only be the S tier levels, so top 17. And I guess let's just get into it with our first level that's not even in the game anymore. Alright, this is Luca's video. And in 17th place, we have Robotoy Error. In my opinion, probably the second best, boosted one. It was boosted probably the second most by this upgraded soundtrack here. It's not even, that good. I think it's just kind of a lot funnier, which kind of boosts this level up to the S tier, because I think the soundtrack before is kind of to be honest. And Robotoy is still just not, my favorite level. So I think this boosted soundtrack was just very much needed here. And that's pretty much all I have to say about this level, because I can't really say much about these error levels. They're just a soundtrack change. So 17th place, and probably my least favorite in the S tier. In 16th place, barely missing out on the top 15, we have Pipeline, which is technically a 6-star. It's rated as so on the wiki 6.2, easy way, like a 6.6 hard way. It's crazy. It is still rated as a 5-star in game though, so I will be including it on this list. This level definitely exceeded my expectations. I was very underwhelmed for this. Even though the soundtrack was really long, I did not expect for it to be this hard. Make it drop, you know? Yeah, you need these power-ups sometimes. You just do. Yeah, and this level I feel like has just become kind of iconic, too. It's really challenging, but I think that's okay, especially considering it is actually a 6-star. Make it drop. I just love the soundtrack. It's so good. At first, I thought it sounded very similar to Lab Confidential and, Biology Lab combined. Does anyone else think that? I just, want to ask that question. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. There's a train right next to me. I'm not even kidding. There is a literal train right next to me. I might have to pause it. Hold on. Well, my game crashed, but anyway, this level just has some awesome gameplay stuff. It's really fun to play, and it just feels very linear for this kind of level, and its soundtrack even hinted at Hub's soundtrack, which is just so cool to me. The other thing keeping it low S tier is that sometimes I could think it's just a little too challenging, and there is that one gem in 80%, if you guys know what I'm talking about. It's really annoying to get, but other than that, this level is really solid and very deserving of 16th place here. Justice for Polar Night Wandering. In 15th place, we have Polar Expiration. This is such a calming level, and in my opinion, probably has some of the best deco ever. It has just some amazing... Oh, wow. I haven't played this level in a while. It has some just amazing gameplay as well, especially dodging the movers instead of activating them, which we have seen before. It's just we don't see it often. And this level uses it really well, too. I just love the cute animals here. The penguin, sliding on its belly. It's just so cute, honestly. It's so awesome. I just love it. And don't even get me started on the purple theme decoration. It's just so good. The purple theme just looks awesome. That's why I love Polar Night Wandering so much as well. It's so awesome, honestly. I love Polar Night Wandering for other reasons as well, too. But, yeah. The route is just really fun as well, and there's nothing really too bad about this level other than I think the soundtrack is kind of the thing that's holding this level back, if I'm gonna be honest. Normally a lot of those, especially in the Minimax era, have really awesome soundtracks, but this one's kind of weak, to be honest. And I think Polar Night Wanderings was better, which is why I'd rank it higher most times, especially because I did like its underground route and how to use that better too as well. Still, this level is not disappointment. Honestly, it's just so fun to play. And even these parts that feel calm, they do have a meaning. It's just supposed to be kind of serene. There's some serenity here. And it just feels really nice and awesome. I am very okay with how this level turned out, and I'm sure that the router does too. I'm so sorry about all the drama with Polar Night Wandering, the creator of this level. But yeah, just honestly, one of my favorites of the 2024, especially Season 2 co-creation, is probably one of my favorites. And it's just so awesome. All the crowns are also very clear too. I missed that one just because I'm an idiot. I know how to get it. And then the ending too, with like the little fade out in the purple theme where all the animals get to see you. They go off into like their corner. It's so awesome. I love how this level was routed, and even how this level was designed. It has just such awesome sync with that, like deco to gameplay sync. Like this is just awesome. I'm very happy with how this level turned out. Can't wait for PNW V2. I have a feeling it'll probably be worse, but still want to see how it turns out. It should be out tomorrow, or when this comes out today, so we'll see how it is. But yeah, this level is very deserving for kicking off our top 15. In 14th place, we have Beat Party. I'm not calling this Rhythm Party. Name change is stupid. I really love how this level does everything. And it was the second 5-star bonus, so it did really well for that. Everything about this level, it has a purpose. These psychedelic music themes, the only 2 times they're present, they're like this funky kind of music. But the Beat Party themes, the pink themes, when they're present, it's more of a calming kind of music, which is awesome. There's just some awesome music synchronization there. It's not like music sync, but music synchronization. I think they're different. They probably mean the same thing, but I think music sync is when like the music like syncs to like a gameplay thing, but like music synchronization is when it syncs to a theme. I don't know. That might sound stupid, but that's just how I call it. And even the crown is just really fun here with all the flipping tiles and stuff. I love how they routed this level because it feels really challenging in these parts, which is awesome. But then it kind of cools off, gets a little more funky in the psychedelic music parts, as it should. And this level just did miles better in psychedelic music, in my opinion. It can be a little confusing to read the gameplay, specifically in this section and this section only. But that's something I could look over, I guess. It still does drag it down a little bit. But I'd say this level's more in the middle of S tier rather than like the bottom. Whereas I'd say Polar Expiration is kind of more at the bottom of S tier. So we moved up quite a lot from our last placement, to be honest. And what I really do love about oh, well, hold on, let me just talk about that gem. Yeah. Okay, we're not going to get to the ending now. But what I was going to say about the ending is that the one in the last pink theme, there's like a crown where like it just kind of see to test you if you choke or not, which I think is honestly a really cool concept and idea. And like, whoops, you died at this last section. Now you have to restart all the way over because you were bad at getting the crown, which is actually fairly easy, especially if you just made it through this level. So yeah, it's kind of like a choke test, which I'm actually a big fan of. So for all those reasons, this level does get 14th place. In 13th place, we have by far the best Christmas level in the game. I don't have any doubts about saying that. This is the best Christmas level. Sure, it uses a generic Jingle Bell remix, but this one's actually good. This is probably like the only good Jingle Bell remix we have in the game, and I think I'm right about that. Yeah, this is the only good Jingle Bell remix here. And here's where one of my other 2 hashtags comes in. Bring back Christmas levels. Comment that, guys. I don't know how successful the other one was because I'm filming this literally right after part 2. But yeah. Comment hashtag bring back Christmas levels, and the other hashtag I'll tell you guys about in this video later on. But yeah, this soundtrack is just so awesome. It makes me feel like grooving. I'll like play this level a lot, and my family's like, why are you playing Christmas music? It's not Christmas, turn it off. I'm like, no, it's such an awesome soundtrack. And they get mad at me. It's just really fun. I just love this level, honestly. I didn't even get to play this one until like 2022, honestly. I didn't even know it came out because I stopped keeping tabs on the game probably around when Morning Dawn came out. And I mean, obviously I couldn't play 2020 levels even if I wanted to because I have an Android, or I had an Android anyway. So that wouldn't have mattered. I would have had to get the APKs, and back then I would not have gone through the effort to do that. This crown sucks. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say it. It's awful. I really do hate it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this level anyway. Other than the fact that at the end, of course, we have the nostalgic, we get very nostalgic with the original Christmas theme, which is just kind of awesome if you think about it, because Minimax might have known that this was going to be the last Christmas level they'd ever release, and they brought us back to the OG one, which honestly was really fun. In my opinion, I really liked it. I really liked everything they did about this level, and we need Minimax to make more Christmas levels. Hashtag bring back Christmas levels, guys. Get ready for 2 more hashtags in this video. Speaking of hashtags, hashtag bring back the filtered theme. If you know, you know. I'm about to explain it anyway. In Castle in the Sky, this is 12th place. This is level 10, the OG, probably in my opinion, the OG 5-star. This is the first Minimax 5-star, or not Minimax, first Cheetah Mobile 2016 5-star that I beat. And it's really fun. It's honestly really good. Now, you might notice that the gems are red instead of orange like they were in the beginning. That's because there used to be a filtered theme here that turned it a little, like the screen a little brown. Only OGs remember that. But I remember it. And I forget which update they even removed that in, but they need to bring it back, or at least change the color of the gems, because it's kind of annoying. And I like the filter theme too. It made it feel kind of more unique. Now we're just kind of in the White Castle theme, the Volcano theme, and then the White Castle theme for the rest of the level, so it's just kind of weird to me. Still, the swipey nature of this really does fit with the Castle in the Sky theme, and I really love how this level turned out. Especially for a 2016 level, this level kind of holds up well today, I'd say. I only ever struggled to get that gem because I just couldn't find it when perfecting it for the first time. So I think this level is actually a very good 5-star for you guys to perfect if you're a new player and you haven't like perfected any 5-stars yet. This would be a good one to go for. I would have initially recommended Relics, but that's a 4-star now. So either this one or Varying Christmas I'd go for. Yeah, this is just such an OG level. I love this level. And I just love coming back and replaying this level, especially for a 2016 level. This might be one of my favorites of all time here, honestly. I do like E-Labyrinth, but that level can just be very hard to look at sometimes. And this one is just so much better. And the soundtrack, it's just so awesome. The soundtrack is definitely one of my favorites, and definitely the highlight of the level. It would have changed the filter theme here, as you could tell, because the gems are red again. And I think right here it would change back. And then you have like this build up to, yeah, it would change back because the gem's orange. Yeah, there's nice build up with the soundtrack to the end. Everything in this level just synchronizes so well, or syncs, now more synchronizes. And I just love everything about this level. I really wish they'd bring back the filter theme, hashtag bring back the filtered theme, but as of right now, it's really close to the top 10. However, I think these next 11 levels just do it a bit better than this level. Still, there's nothing inherently bad about this level, other than the fact that if the filter theme was back here, it would probably make the top 10. In 11th place, barely missing out in the top 10, we have what is, in my opinion, the best 5-star co-creation level, Melodic Metropolis. As of right now, the time I'm recording this, right before the Blazing Tracks update, or Blazing Trail, I don't know what it is, it comes out tomorrow. This is my favorite 5-star co-creation level. I am obviously a big person about saying that I'm a music person. I say it in almost every video that there's a level like this. Everyone should know it at this point. And I just really love how this level turned out. I think it turned out quite a bit better in Harmonic Streets. And the only thing I could really say is an issue here is that sometimes there's some minor routing issues, such as like some gems later on, probably in the not this section, but the section after this one. But other than that, I think this level's really awesome. And the reason it doesn't make the top 10 is because of those routing issues. Also, the people arguing like the Bluetooth mover thing is stupid. I disagree with you. I think it works really well in this level. I'll talk more about that when we get there, but yeah, no, I think that argument's really stupid here. This feels more of like a filler section, but yeah, it's fine. And I guess it was the section after this that I think that's a horrible gem, I will admit. But after this, the gems kind of get like weird, honestly. I really do love this though. I don't know what people think of it, honestly. I don't know if it's a controversial one. I mean, people do say stuff about the Bluetooth movers right here. I think it works really well because you know what's about to happen. You know they're about to connect anyway. Like, it's not like they're surprising you. And I think it works really fine. So for you Melodic Metropolis haters, I don't know if you exist. You probably do. I don't agree with you, and I think this level is awesome. Love the trumpet fermata here at the end. Sounds so jazzy. Sounds like something you play at Olive Garden, honestly. That was the first thing I thought of when I heard this level soundtrack. And honestly, it's such a banger. Barely missing out in the top 10, because the other 10 just do it a little better. They have a little less flaws in them. But still, this is such a banger level, and very glad that it's in the game. Alright, this is Shaw Vibes video, credit to him. In 10th place, kicking off our top 10, we have the Spectre remix. So I never actually got to play the last 30% of this level, which in my opinion I think are the best from what I've seen from videos. I love how they were out of this level. It's the first ever 5-star bonus, so that's kind of cool, to be honest. I do like the pink theme a lot, and in my opinion, there are no flaws in this level. Some people might say that the OneUp theme cameo is a mistake, but I think it actually fits with the dark, kind of depressing feel that this level gives off. As you'll see right here, the music kind of gets very somber, which kind of fits with this theme, I'd say. And even the routing here just feels very complicated, but this is, I think, the hardest 5-star bonus. So I feel like that's kind of justifiable. And I've played this section before. It's not that difficult. And we go into this section, which is really fun. I love everything about this level, from the deco to the song. Honestly, I think it's better than the Spectre, this level. It's more difficult, which is honestly something that I am really appealed to. I don't really like the 4-star difficulty. It's probably my least favorite, other than 1 stars. And maybe 6 stars. But yeah, no, I really just, I love the deco here. Now here is where it would cut me off, right before the theme changes right here. Like, I wouldn't get to see the theme change. I would just cut me off right there. And there's a crown right there. Seems pretty fun. From here on out, I can't really give good commentary, but from what I've seen in other videos, this looks very fun to play. And here's the other hashtag. Hashtag bring back Alan Walker levels. You guys have heard my campaign for what they should do. Just bring them back with, like, remix soundtracks for people that didn't buy them. Sorry. Something just came by my ear. And just keep them normal for people that did buy them. And then we have a solution there, like they did for Ignite. I really wish they do this. I think it's an easy solution. But whatever, Minimax. Hashtag bring back Alan Walker levels. I don't even know why they had to remove the remixed ones. They're literally remixes, but for all those reasons, this level does get 10th place. And let's move on to our 9th place. The 4th best Cheetah Mobile level, and in my opinion, the most iconic level in the entire game, Neon, in 9th place. Not only is the soundtrack just incredibly iconic, we also have the gameplay and the changing themes, and everything about this level is just like the face of the game, essentially. If it's not this level, it's City, but I'd say it's like a tough argument to make. This level has to be the most well-known level in all of the game, and I feel like it would just be a crime to put this level anywhere below S tier. It feels kind of like a crime to put this level in 9th place here. But there's just 8 other better levels. Although the next 2 are pretty interchangeable, to be honest. Especially with this level. So this level and the next 2 are kind of interchangeable, because they're all Cheetah Mobile levels, but still. This level is just so fun as well. I would not recommend going for this level if you're a new player, even though it's iconic. Because of all the diagonal tiles that are forced like that. And it's pretty challenging, but with a little bit of practice, you could do it. Especially like if you want to go to World Cup, you should probably do this level first. And it's just really fun, honestly. With rapid theme changes, the insane music, it feels really intense, but also like a party. And kind of something you see at the end of the movie. Not like that meme that's going around, not that soundtrack, like a Meghan Trainor song. But it just feels so iconic, so fun. And especially with the neon theme at the end, you have all of these hard crowns. Like, it's very fitting, honestly, to go from more of a silent part to like this party at the end where all of the crowns are. However, you can't just go from the last checkpoint, because the last checkpoint you start on a big jump tile. Okay, I'm not going to keep going, but you guys get the point. Such an iconic level. The ending, the third crown, we know the third crown. I did get it in my first recording. You have to trust me there, but I did get it. And I was so excited, but whatever. It wasn't the first time I got it. I could still get it if I even got that far right now, but I'm not going to do that. And even though this level's so iconic, I just think there's 8 levels that do it better. This level has literally no flaws. Just the other 8 can do it better. So yeah, let's just talk about 8th place, I guess. 2 level slots below Neon, we have Steam Era, which is the main level of mechanical power, which I did talk about yesterday. We were long overdue from a steampunk-themed level, especially when this came out. Now we kind of have a few levels that are kind of like that, like Industrial Age, which you could argue is a little different, but I kind of see it kind of the same. I love this level. The soundtrack is so awesome. The decoration is just phenomenal, especially for a steampunk theme level. And you even have this route switcher power up, which will become like necessary for 2 levels that will appear very soon on this list. And they use it really more like an introduction here and a mechanical power. But well, you know what, I'll talk more about its hidden mechanic in our 6th place one. But yeah, I think they use it really well when they find its hidden mechanic, which some people might have already figured out when using the flying power up in this level. But like the blimps and all of that stuff just work really well here, and it's just really fun routed. The difficulty is pretty similar to Neon too, so it's also probably pretty good if you want to go like to World Cup or something. It's just honestly a really fun level, and always one that I like to come back to. It's kind of interchangeable with Neon and the next placement I'm going to put, like I said already. I was kind of hesitant putting Neon below it, but I think this level is just a tiny bit better because I do like its decoration, even though it's not as iconic. And I feel like I can't put a level just up so high because it's like the face of the game. I mean, I could, but like I'm not going to. You get the blunt me. Just so. Let's move on to our 7th place level. Just a little bit below Steam Era, we have my second favorite Cheetah Mobile level in the game, OneUp. This one is probably my favorite of the bunch of 3 that we just went over because its soundtrack is so awesome. I love this OneUp remix. I do prefer the original, but like that would be way too long for the game. They released it as an April Fool's Day thing, but it never happened. I didn't expect it to, but it would have been cool to see a tertiary bonus because we need a tertiary bonus for this level. I will be very excited. It will probably be a 3-star or a 2-star, probably not a 4-star. But everything about this level just screams video game, and this is one of the only few levels from the Cheetah Mobile era where I don't want to like smash my head with a hammer when going for the mystery boxes. So that's good. And everything about this level is just really fun. The obstacles are very well designed, especially with like the 8-bit aliens, especially because its bonus is called 8-bit and this is called OneUp. It's very reminiscent of like an 80s style video game, which obviously doesn't appeal to me because I'm not from the 80s, but a little newer than that. But it's still very fun. That mystery box is so fun to get. Some people say it's hard, and I understand that, but I just think it's really fun. It even introduced the smashing power up, which really has no use other than smashing blocks. But who doesn't want to smash blocks, you know? And it even has all these diagonal tiles. Considering this level is after World Cup, I still think it's a bit easier than World Cup. So you should probably do this level first as well, because there's a lot of that diagonal tile stuff. This is just like a what level to play before playing World Cup video now, isn't it? It gets really linear towards the end, which I'm totally okay with. Especially with the mystery boxes, I think we need some fun towards the end. Like the soundtrack also just starts to pick up too. It's just so awesome. It's also a common feature that the last mystery box will always be there, which it should be there, but I use a revive, so it's not going to do that, of course. Just such a fun level. I love coming back to this level. And initially, I didn't even like it that much when it came out, but it's grown on me a lot since, obviously. It's in my second row of S tier, which is pretty high if you don't know what a tier list looks like. The next, I think the next 2 are also in the second row. Or no, the next 1 is... No, wow. The next 2 are in the second row as well, and then the top 4 are in the top row. So yeah, this level does really well for itself. And it barely makes it not into the top 5 just because the next 6 are a little better. Also barely missing out on the top 5 is The Wizard of Oz. Or, as I like to call it, Scottish Techno. Because of the soundtrack. Which is a banger, by the way. I love how they put the glass tiles as like a road here. Because it symbolizes the yellow brick road from The Wizard of Oz. Which is awesome, because I think they should be making references like that in this level. This level also makes me feel very reminiscent of a 2016-esque level, which, because there's no crowns and there's 20 gems, and they also use, I think, 4 different obstacles from different levels. The relic fire torches, which you're seeing, the forest trees, the Halloween escape spiders later in the level, and the Halloween bats. It's crazy, but it's so awesome that they managed to incorporate all of those different obstacles into this level, which is something that they would have done in 2016. As well as like the routing style feel very 2016 as well. It just makes me feel very nostalgic, and they definitely nailed it with this. Something else that we see in this level is the switching, the route power-up that was in Steam era that I had just mentioned. Now, here's where we get to see its hidden mechanic. You don't have to touch it for the routes to switch. They switch anyway, which is something that this level uses perfectly, in my opinion. And you're about to see it right here. We just hit a switch thing. We went above it. We just did it again. And the route switched. Look, that's an insane routing mechanic. And Emerald City uses it really well as really well as well. And you'll see that soon as well, because we haven't covered Emerald City yet. This level is just such a fun thing, and it gets even more challenging near the end right here as well. We get to see the spiders now from Halloween, and the bats from Halloween Escape and Halloween, which you'd never think they managed to incorporate Halloween things into this level, but they do. They even incorporate a gameplay mechanic into this section, that being the Halloween night portals. They've managed to just incorporate as many old mechanics and obstacles as they could, and I love this level for that. Because I think if they were going for a 2016-esque style level, they nailed it, and they hit the nail with the hammer on the head with this level. And it's just awesome, absolute cinema level. It's just one of my favorites of 2024, honestly, except for some other ones that we're about to see soon. Two more, actually, that we're going to see very soon, 2024, I think, are better. This level makes me feel very nostalgic for 2016, for a level that didn't even come out in 2016, and it just tells the story really well with a great soundtrack and a really good theme and decoration. I think this level is very deserving of 6th place. In 5th place, kicking off the top 5, the bonus of the level we just covered. Look at this music sync right here. So awesome. Now, something about this level that's a lot different than the Wizard of Oz is that everyone hates this level. Yeah, it's very controversial. Oh, okay, well. Now, me personally, I don't understand the hate for this level. I think this is one of the best 5 stars in the game. It's so fun to play. And on top of that, we have the soundtrack, which is literally effing amazing. Like, it's just so fun. Not really this part, but as soon as it starts going, it gets going. Right here. Oh, not right here, sorry. When the theme changes, it gets going, and then that's where it gets good. Now, this level doesn't make me feel reminiscent of a 2016 level, but it doesn't really have to, because the Wizard of Oz already kind of established that. Here's where the soundtrack gets good, by the way. This level just kind of feels very tense, whereas the ball speed is very slow, but it makes me feel like you're on a journey as well. So it also kind of reminds me of a Wizard of Oz kind of esque theme as well. I know people hate this part, but I don't really care. I just don't understand the hate for this level. We also see this awesome use right here of the switch mechanic, where the piano plays something, the violin plays another thing. We even see a hidden mechanic used too. I think what happens is they're putting switch mechanics under the ground, so you can't even see them, or like they're invisible or something. So they're switching without you seeing it, which is actually something really cool that I don't even think you could do in a level editor anyway. You could prove me wrong for that, but yeah. Like this, up from here on, I think this level just feels very tense, like you're in a chase scene or something, which I'm pretty sure there's something sort of like that in The Wizard of Oz. Not 100% sure, though. It's been a while since I watched the movie. But the rest of the level, it just gets even more tense and more tense with the piano going faster, the piano getting higher notes. Eventually, there's a speed pad at the end. You could die right there. It's so intense, and I love it for that. Probably my second favorite level of 2024. Well, no, it is. My second favorite 5-star of 2024. And for good reason. It is just such a good level. And personally, the hate for it is not deserved. And it might be the most hated level of 2024, either that or Hub. Both levels, which I think are just insanely good. So, for those reasons, this level is very, very deserving of 5th place on this list. But in 4th place, barely missing out on that top 3, we have Kronos. I know this level is JJGH's favorite level. And it's close to being mine too, although y'all already know my favorite level. You don't know my top 2 or top 3 though, so that's a surprise. This level's soundtrack is just awesome. So good. Just the best. It switches from this like calm 4/4 style like sand soundtrack to this crazy intense 3/4 like time signature like rock kind of groove thing, which is so awesome. Sorry, my inner music kid is coming out. And the deco here is awesome. We talked about Starlight Desert yesterday and its decoration, how it doesn't necessarily fit the level. This decoration definitely fits the level. Because this, unlike Starlight Desert, this isn't really about a desert. You could think it's about a desert, but what it's actually about is time. This level's initial name was just time. Granted, I'm glad they changed it, because that would have been so boring. It does give a clear point. We haven't really had like an hourglass time-themed level yet, ever, so this was definitely very new for its time. It still is very revolutionary. It even introduced the key mechanic, which isn't that revolutionary, and the slow mechanic, which also slows the music, which I could see being used in future levels. I'm surprised it hasn't been used more, honestly. It's a really cool mechanic that could be used very good. And even this level's bonus, Eternity, the only 1-star that we ever got from Minimax that was like a 1-star bonus of a level that Minimax made themselves, it's my favorite 1-star. It was number 1 on that list. Spoilers, but you shouldn't be watching this video if you hadn't watched the rest anyway. And I just love this level so much for that. It barely misses the top 3 because the top 3, in my opinion, are just barely better for reasons you'll understand when I explain it a little bit more. Still, just such an awesome level with high highs, and there is no lows, so just high highs. With lows in the soundtracks to highs in the soundtrack, there's nothing wrong with this level at all. It makes me feel very electric, very eccentric, and I think it's very deserving of 4th place for those reasons. In 3rd place, we have a pretty recent level, Amusement Park. And this level uses reverse pads more than any level. I'm pretty sure it still holds that record even after Midnight Go Round. And I understand, this level makes me feel like I'm at the craziness of like Six Flags or any real amusement park. You guys know the feeling. Like kids running everywhere, rides just blaring. If you're there at night, sometimes the fireworks will be going. And it's just this crazy energy that even the soundtrack can match here. Like sometimes you forgot something on a ride or something. I don't know, that's kind of what I feel like the reverse pads kind of represent here. Or just running back to a ride that you like a lot. You just want to ride it again. And that's just such an awesome feeling, I feel like, for this level to have. And I am very, very happy with how it turned out. Especially considering the fact that I wasn't even excited for this level to come out. Like, I legitimately didn't care. Like, it was one of my most, like, okay, it's a level. It'll exist kind of moments, like, ever. And boy, was I wrong. This is such an absolute cinema like level. And it just keeps going throughout the entire level. We have this awesome gimmick being used with the reverse pads, and you know how I feel about gimmicks. This is probably some of the best gameplay I've ever seen, especially from Minimax. It's so awesome, and there's very few levels that can match the energy that this level does have. Even its bonus. This level's better than its bonus, which its bonus is also S tier. So it's just such a fun level, so awesome, and I love coming back to it. Especially, I don't even think this is recency bias anymore because it's fairly new, but it's not like brand new. And the soundtrack combined with the gimmick, combined with the deco, combined with the gameplay, combined with literally everything, just makes this level feel so awesome. And it's very deserving of a bronze medal and 3rd place in this video. In 2nd place, and my personal favorite Cheetah Mobile level, we have the Sea. Man, such a good level. I do like the pink theme more, but it's part of this level, so yeah. What I didn't do here is you could skip the speed pads and just make the music sync go completely off the rails, but man, I didn't do it. The thing about this level is that throughout the like 4 years this game had been out at the time, nobody ever thought in a game called Rolling Sky to make a level called about the sea, Rolling Sea. And it's such a revolutionary idea that it hadn't been done yet. And they finally did it. All these awesome obstacles, like some of the best obstacles ever. What I like to think is that this pink theme is like a coral reef. So like in the beautiful, pink, luscious coral reef. And, sorry, there's construction next to my house. But, yeah, no, it's just such a great theme that this level is. And long overdue. I think a lot of people are lovers of this level. And I personally don't blame anyone for liking this level, especially considering it's probably one of the most iconic from the Cheetah Mobile era, and just one of the best as well. I love this like build-up section here to the final part of the level, where they're kind of building up to that section that's at the end with like the huge build-up, and you have both of the final crowns here, which aren't that hard, but they feel really satisfying to get. It's just an incredible build-up. So fun. Love the soundtrack. Easily, probably it's my favorite Cheetah Mobile soundtrack in the entire game. And this is my favorite Cheetah Mobile level in the entire game. Not just my favorite Cheetah Mobile 5-star. It's my favorite Cheetah Mobile level. Favorite Cheetah Mobile everything, honestly. Just a long overdue theme here. One of my favorites, like, of all time, obviously. So I think for all those reasons, it's very deserving of silver medal and second place on this list. Let's be real, did y'all really expect anything else? This is my favorite level in the game. This isn't just my favorite 5-star, this is my favorite level in the game. And it probably will be forever. The decoration, the route, the soundtrack, oh my god, the soundtrack. Like, everything about this level, it's so awesome. You cannot, like, tell me that you hate this level. You just can't. It's so awesome. I literally remember the exact time that this level came out. June 30th, 2023 at 6:26 Eastern Time. Yeah, I was really excited for this level to come out. As soon as I heard the soundtrack, I was like, if they can make this level, like, really good gameplay-wise, this will be my favorite level in the game. And they did. Like, look at all those moving blocks. That represents, like, a chess game and how many pieces can be moved at a time. Like, just it's awesome. It symbolizes everything perfectly, and I think this will probably be my favorite level in the game. Also, once you see this, you can never unsee it. The bishop in the back is facing the wrong way on the right side. I'm just gonna say that. It's only in this theme. This level is honestly miles better than its bonus as well, because I think its bonus has a soundtrack too. Not to mention, this level had one of my favorite weekly matches of all time, so there's that as well. And I just such a fan for this level. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. And it does cost 6 keys, yes, but I would willingly spend 6 keys on this level any day. And the only reason it does cost 6 keys is because this was the 100th level in the game. Or like 100th main level, not counting co-creation and all that. So it was more of a celebration thing. And I mean, why would you not love the 100th level in the game? It's even more special for that. And for all those reasons, this level is 100% my favorite level in the game and this video. And 100%, 1000%, 1,000,000% deserving of the gold medal. But that is going to do it for this video. And stay tuned for the 6 stars, which will be coming in the near future, as well as the overrated, underrated level video, as well as another video idea I have about weekly match coming up. So stay on the lookout for those 4 videos actually, and I'll see you guys soon.